Hello everybody and welcome back to Mission Report. Today with me as always I've got King Sharps and Sir Anthony.
Yo.
Today we'll be rounding down our top 3 stories of the week and giving them a grade. I think starting off this week, we'll start with Amph. Amph, what have you got today?
I've got today Animal Crossing, which is coming out this Friday, yeah.
Yeah, this Friday.
Yeah, so...
From recording, this Friday.
Yeah, from recording. As of recent, the reviews for this game is top of the range. Like, 91% on Metacritic, top of the range.
I mean, yeah, and Animal Crossing is a fun game.
I've never played it before, but I am intrigued. I'm up for the wholesomeness.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a wholesome experience. It's a relaxing game.
Oh yeah.
Very rare genre of relaxing game.
I'm with you, Amph. I've actually never played an Animal Crossing.
Do I need to explain Animal Crossing?
Yeah, you are. I think you're the only one who's played it, right?
Okay, Animal Crossing, as much as I can, is like first home simulator. You're essentially, the whole thing is you're moving into like a new place. You get a home, you get a house. You kind of like get to mingle with the locals, and you just kind of live your life. You find a way to make money and pay off your debts, decorate your little abode, and make friends. It's honestly like a really simple and wholesome game.
Oh yeah.
I might pick it up down the line.
Yeah, and in this one you get to customize an island like an angry god.
Yo, I've seen that on the trailers, and oh,
I don't know. You went
Straight
from
to my Nintendo wish list.
Yeah, I love the fact that Animal Crossing went from, oh yeah, move into a new town. Life can be hard sometimes. You're the mayor of the town. Make all the decisions. You can customize the landmass.
bees can kill you.
Bees can kill you now.
You can die in Animal fucking Crossing.
It just sends you back home, but still.
Could you imagine if it just came up with like Dark Souls, you died?
You stunk.
But you know what? while we're on the topic of Animal Crossing having a 91 on Metacritic, I was actually really surprised. Like, I knew Animal Crossing had its fan base and the games have been received really well, but 91 on Metacritic, I wasn't expecting that.
Animal Crossing, I don't know how it's historically been received. It's always been well received. I don't know how its historic scores are, but it's always been a well received franchise from those who play it. All of those who play it and go, this is the most boring shit in the world.
Yeah, it has its own sort of niche if you think about it.
Yeah, it's sort of the same niche that Stardew Valley fell into. Like, Stardew Valley is obviously inspired by Harvest Moon, but in turn, those games kind of inspired Animal Crossing. So, in a way, they're all part of the same kind of relax working sims.
Yeah.
Hey, look, at the very least, this is one other great reason to own a Switch.
It actually is. The Switch is just killer at the moment. Like, there really isn't, like, there's so many reasons to
Oh
the
yeah,
Switch.
like my Switch has been like, so far it's like one of my favorite consoles. So far, like to the point that one of my Joy-Cons have started drifting, I'm pretty sure. When I was playing Tokyo Mirage Sessions.
The legendary Joy-Con drift.
Oh yes, the legendary Joy-Con Drifter.
I gotta admit though, the Joy-Con drift apparently is a fixable thing, so that's good.
Yeah, I probably need to figure out how, if it does it again. At the moment, it's just me kind of smacking it a little bit, and it's fine.
Yeah, really. I've never had Joy-Con drift. Mine's always worked just fine. Shabs, you ever had Joy-Con drift?
I just use the fucking Pro Controller. I could probably... the day I got the Switch, I think it was like the day after or the day after that, I bought a Pro Controller for it.
Ah yes, because Charbel is averse to change and he never will.
No, look, I actually like the Switch. I like the idea of the Joy-Cons, but I had played with the Pro Controller before because a friend of mine, while we were at college, had always bought his Switch in, and I just fell in love with the Pro Controller. And the fact that the battery just lasted what seemed like forever. So I was like, I need this. And
Battery life on those kinds of things are actually pretty good.
on the Joy-Cons, they're good. On the Pro Controller, they're sublime. They're fantastic.
Oh, it's sublime.
I need to get me one of those Pro Controllers.
Yes, you do.
Do it.
And yeah, this is a short one, but I think we can all simply say it's a wholesome time.
Oh yes.
It's a wholesome
yes.
time in these turbulent times of coronavirus.
Amph, you gonna grade this?
At the moment, it's another A from me.
Ultimate victory.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
last
I'm good with that.
yeah, like last week it was A again. So I'm gonna go for definitely an A.
Ultimate
Hey,
victory.
that's nice. Charbel, you want to go with us next?
Look, we all live in Australia, and the coronavirus here has been maintained for the most part. The government's taking precautions to handle it. However, in the US, one case really made the news, and that was the case of Rudy Gobert, who was an NBA player, and it's because he shut down the NBA.
Wait, what?
Yeah, the NBA season has been indefinitely suspended due to coronavirus outbreak. There have been a couple other players, one of them being his teammate Donovan Mitchell, that have tested positive to coronavirus. And yeah, so I'm a huge basketball fan, and it sucks that the season's suspended. But how does this relate to games? Well, simple. NBA2k20 has yet another bug. So
This one gives you coronavirus.
no, so
Bug in the
so
literal
get-
sense.
So get this, I don't talk about NBA 2K much with these guys, mainly because they don't play sports games at all, let alone are basketball fans. But NBA 2K20 was a really buggy release to the point where I reinstalled it a few months ago, months after release, and I got a crash within the first 15 minutes.
Ooh.
So yeah, I stay on 2K19. But with the NBA season suspended, right, NBA 2K's season mode, apparently there's a bug where it just can't simulate games anymore because everything's suspended and it doesn't know what to do. And it's actually broken the game.
That's amazing.
I
Also,
honestly
how
don't
the
know.
fuck does that happen?
I don't know. From what it sounds like when the game tries to simulate it, they didn't really think that the NBA season would be suspended like this. They never really programmed that into the game, which I don't blame them. This has been, normally when an NBA season is shortened, it's because of a lockout. But to have a suspension due to a coronavirus outbreak, yeah, I don't blame them for not seeing that coming. But I don't know how this glitch came in to be. It's just legitimately, I'm shocked.
It just sounds like the game itself caught the coronavirus.
Yeah, it's a transcendent bug. There's no other way to explain it. What the hell happened?
Yeah, like
I legitimately don't know.
That's just impressive. The amount of depth that game is going into to cancel itself.
Oh man! But
That's the
again,
attention
another
to
reason I'll
detail.
stick with 2K19.
Yeah, that's the attention to detail we expect from sports games. Oh god. So Charbel, you want to give this one a rating?
Okay, I'm gonna give it a D simply because I have no idea
That
how
was
the
tough.
fuck this managed to happen.
C for coronavirus. D for what? This
Alright.
one gets a fresh W.
Coronavirus.
Virus.
Alright.
That's impressive. Alright, well, I guess we should round up tonight. My story tonight is a bit more on the upside. It is like a positive sandwich today. It looks like Sony is rebooting Silent Hill.
Oh yeah, I've heard of this.
So Sony is reportedly working on 2 Silent Hill games. The first one, which we have a definite source on, is a soft reboot of the original, just called Silent Hill. And it's slated to be released on the PS5 and the Xbox Series X.
Yeah.
So that should be actually really interesting. I'm wondering how they'll reboot such an iconic game, especially since that game has aged poorly.
Yeah, I've played a little bit of the first Silent Hill. Yeah, I would say that if I were to play the new Silent Hill, like if they ever do release it, I don't think I can ever go back.
No, I don't think I could ever go back. That's a game that did not age well. So let's see how they kind of bring it up to modern standards without completely taking the soul out of it. And in even better news, it looks like they're hoping to get Kojima in and reboot Silent Hills, the cancelled game that literally made Konami shoot itself in the head.
Oh yeah, I have also heard of this. Kojima getting his IPs back as well.
Yeah, no, that does sound fantastic. Hopefully that is the case.
Yeah, like Castlevania. I mean, that's not Kojima.
That's not Kojima.
It's not Kojima. So I'm just saying, like, I know it's not Kojima.
Ah, yes, Hideo Kojima's famous Castlevania.
Like, I know, like, I'm just saying one of them is Castlevania. I'm just mainly excited for that. But his
Trevor Belmont,
Golden Child Metal Gear.
a soldier of fortune.
His Golden Child Metal Gear is also in the like selection process, isn't that right, Josh?
Yeah, I've heard. This is only speculation with the Metal Gear one, but I'm hoping so we don't get Metal Gear Survive 2.
Oh yeah,
now
God
with
forbid.
no save slots.
God.
But
forbid.
if that does get announced, be sure to pre-order for extra save slots.
Yeah, of course, please.
Yeah, of course. Fuck that.
Silent Hill Survive. The most horrific part of it is that the main menu is DLC. Oh god, that was bad. All right, if I'm gonna give this a grading, I'm gonna give it a solid B.
Yeah, I think it's a positive thing.
Yeah.
It's positive. It's mostly speculation and hearsay at the moment, but it's positive. And tonight we're gonna wrap up, as we do every night, with Charbel's recommendation of the day. Go ahead, Charbs.
Alright, so last week I said that I would, rather than do a games I recommend to play, excuse me, I would do a games to stay the hell away from. But it has only taken 1 week for me to completely backflip on that position. So I'm going to recommend a game, and it's a game that I have been wanting to play for ages. It's always been on my wish list, and I've just never picked it up. But
Is it Guns, Gore, and Cannoli?
Motherfucker, I was going to announce it! You piece of shit. Yes, it's Guns, Gore, and Cannoli. Honestly, I fell in love with the game. It's fantastic. It's got a lot of character to it. It's funny. And there are some games where, as you're playing them, you can sort of tell how much that the developers just wanted to have a laugh making that. And I was just smiling the whole way through. I loved it. And actually, I had my birthday this past weekend. Amph actually tried the game as well. He loved it.
It's fun as fuck, man.
I fucking loved it. And to top it off, it's got 4-player co-op. You can play through the whole game with you and up to 3 friends.
Man,
I'm absolutely going to pick up the sequel probably next week or something when I get time.
And that one comes with online co-op, is that correct?
Yep.
Well,
yeah.
That sounds pretty fun. You two had this nice bonding experience.
I would, you know what? I want to get Josh to play it just because I want to see his reaction playing as a guy named Vinny Cannoli.
Oh
You know,
my god,
in
that's primo Italiano.
Yeah, so the story behind it is that he's an enforcer for the mob in the 1920s, and he arrives in Thugtown, and the whole town's been turned into zombies.
Ah yes, Thugtown.
Other than the mobsters, because they're armed to the teeth and they didn't drink the shitty like homebrew alcohol during the Prohibition.
That sounds like fucking. That sounds like Crime Alley.
It is. It's fantastic. I love the game.
That's how Mafia works.
That's how Mafia works?
Yeah.
That's how Mafia works.
Alright, everybody. This has been Mission Report for the week. Signing off and see you next time.
Signing
See
off.
ya.